Hey everybody, this is Blake Schwank with Colorado Computer Support, and for this week's Cyber Saturday, I'm at HIMSS 23. That's the Healthcare Information Management Systems Society Conference in Chicago. Last time I was here was in 1998. All we had to worry about was protecting our Novell and our NT 4.0 servers, and now the world has changed. 25 years later, and there's a lot of other threats within your hospital. And that's why I met James. James, what is Armis?
Yeah, so Armis is an asset inventory and security company. So to your point, a lot of the changes that have happened is there are so many more devices that are on the network. They're all communicating, and we know they're all vulnerable. So healthcare organizations are going to have a lot of medical devices. They're going to have a lot of IoT devices. There's a lot of IP cameras that are checking for security. There are door management systems. There are parking lot sensors. There's everything in the organization on top of all the Windows devices that they've got where all the providers are accessing the patient information. The big challenge is knowing what you have on your network, what is a threat, and what to do about it. So we go out, we can pull information from all of your security tools, but that in general is only going to get you the Windows devices. So on top of that, we can watch the network and we can identify every type of device that's communicating. So whether that is a medical device, whether it is an IP security camera, we can see that traffic, and from that traffic, we can identify every device that you have, and then we can start assigning risk. Armis manages or monitors over 3 billion assets across all types of industries. So we know what all the medical devices are, but we also know all of the HVAC systems. We know all of the elevator controls. We know the door badging systems, and we can positively identify them for you. Once we've identified, we're going to then bring in all of the threat feeds, and we're going to show you all of the devices that have CVEs. Are they being actually exploited in the wild actively? And we'll give you a score on all of those. We know healthcare IT is pretty much under-resourced. They're struggling. So they need to know where to focus security.
Well, what's the most unique thing you found that you're surprised, you know?
Not necessarily a unique, but we found with one organization 16,000 Raspberry Pi devices that they didn't know were necessarily there.
Right.
We see cars popping up on the network. Now there is all types of personal devices that will join networks. Another story was a MRI controller that at midnight, around midnight every night, would hop off the medical network and join the Starbucks network that was situated just down the hallway. It turns out that the night shift couldn't get a cell phone signal in the MRI room, so they just took the MRI device
joined it to Starbucks.
Slight risk of PHI, exposing that and breaches. Because we see all of the network traffic for everything that's happening, we were able to see that pattern, and we were able to identify it and flag it as a concern.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to have to talk, because your average IT person, and we see this with IT departments out in hospitals, they're just worried about the Windows stuff, the Mac stuff, the stuff that they know about. And there's so much more stuff that they have no idea about. And the Internet of Things has proliferated, and there's zero security. And the government's trying to shut some of it down. And they just started, I was in a session yesterday where they're trying to regulate now the software that goes in, because nobody's watching the stack of software that goes into any of these devices.
It's the classic analogy of locking the front door, but leaving all of the windows open with big neon signs saying enter here. So the NPM Grand Pack that was done a few years ago, that was a fish tank thermometer that was hacked and exfiltrated all of the data out of MGM through a fish tank thermometer. So to your point, it is seeing everything. You're right. People have got generally a decent handle on Windows devices, or certainly the most experienced.
Right.
It's all of these IoT devices that are coming on that they can't, they don't know about, they can't find, and they don't know how to secure.
They never think about that wireless thermometer, like the fish tank thermometer, the wireless thermometer down in the pharmacy that's making sure that all the meds are good. And that thing is on the network, and that might be talking to an external source, or it might be attacked to reach out and touch other devices. So that's
exactly
awesome.
that.
So we're going to talk after this.
That'd be great.
This is great. If you need to protect your network, call us at Colorado Computer Support, or you can reach out to James at Armis, great company, and at Colorado Computer Support, you can find us at www.coloradosupport.com. And if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up.